The battle over immigration continues as advocates push for more reform. The Trust Act went into effect in January as a means of limiting the detention of people here illegally. But some groups worry it's not being taken seriously in Kern County. 23 ABC's Carlos Correa reports activists are working to help keep immigrant families together.
Antonia Chavez Marquez is lost without her 20-year-old son Hector, who was cited for a traffic violation and then later detained by Immigration and Customs Enforcement officers after showing up at the courthouse to pay his fines. It was something very sad, she says. A few months later, her husband Rodrigo faced the same problem. She says, my husband pulled his car up to the house. He had just dropped off the kids at school. When he was locking the front gate is when an officer walked up, arrested him for being illegal. Groups such as the American Civil Liberties Union forced ICE to put a stop to arresting people at courthouses and deporting them.
They're not thinking about the impacts that those types of actions are having on the community out there, on having the families that are torn apart by actions like this, and how they're undermining public safety by deterring people from going to the courthouses.
Governor Jerry Brown signed the Trust Act into law, which limits detentions of those living here illegally.
We need to protect people that are not criminals. These are not criminals. These are hardworking Americans, aspiring Americans, and constituents of Kern County.
Immigration groups want Kern County Sheriff Donnie Youngblood to respect the Trust Act and not create exceptions which would prove illegal.
They want a blanket statement that we're going to honor the Trust Act no matter what, and I'm sorry I can't give that to them.
Since the policy went into effect, the department has had 0 cases where someone was deported for minor offenses. The sheriff says he will honor ICE's request for a 48-hour detainer if public safety is a concern.
Sheriff's deputies on patrol don't go out and arrest people for being in the country illegally. That's the role of the federal government, and so the sheriff doesn't do that. And I want the public to understand and be clear that that's not our role.
In Bakersfield, Carlos Correa, 23 ABC.